European martial arts or whatever, and they like get in the armor with the training swords and shit, and they're like, all they can do is interpret these treatises that they had and the shit that they wrote down, like all the different guards and like the way that they would actually fight,
right?
Like, because there's no video, there's no real tutorial on how to do it,
right? You
have to interpret this stuff.
Good luck finding a dude who's won a sword fight. Too.
Yeah, it's exactly.
It's teach you.
It's crazy. I've never met a dude who's won a sword fight before.
Oh, fuck. You know with what's going on now with slap fighting? That's next.
Oh, that's next.
It's like they'll do it in a dungeon in Germany somewhere.
The aliens are gonna come back and look at like YouTube videos, like how did they, and then take it. That'll be their NFL.
I would not be surprised. There's a lot of like crazy underground fights that are happening now, which is really interesting. They have these no rules fights on concrete where people are fighting with sneakers on. Yeah.
On which platform?
Well, they're just doing it online. And it's like, it's
because I remember like World Star fights and shit like that. Like Kimbo Slice.
These are like people fight for money. Yeah,
that's
Kimbo
crazy,
Slice, like a Kimbo Slice thing, but with no rules. But they're doing wild shit. Like you get paid extra if you could bite a piece of the person off.
That's crazy.
You can eye gouge.
What website is this on?
It's just online. These guys have won like multiple fights in a row by eye gouging. So they get on top of guys and gouge their fucking eyeballs.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's like 4chan
There's no
shit.
rules. You can bite people. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It's kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, really crazy.
And you get paid extra for eyes.
Brutal Fight Club allows eye gouging with biting bonus and extra for eating the chunk. Yeah. 1 million subscribers.
Where are these guys? It looks like a hockey rink or something.
Yeah, they're fighting. That looks exactly like a hockey rink. Yeah,
and they're fighting on ice.
I don't think they're fighting on ice, but
I mean that would
just add.
That's the ice multiplier.
Well, also, would you be allowed to have spiked shoes, and that would come into play?
That's crazy. Maybe you get paid less for the spiked shoes. It gives you too much of an advantage.
Or maybe everybody wears them. Maybe it's just the thing you wear.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Ice fights with spike shoes. Oof. If someone goes down, they get stomped with spike shoes.
You remember?
They changed the rules about eye gouging, apparently.
Okay.
Oh, no more?
Well, thank God.
One guy was do it, but if you win, you don't get any prize money.
Oh, God.
Wait, eye gouging is a...
This don't include biting, it says.
Is an occurrence of victory that if you win by eye gouge...
But look, they still allow biting. This don't include biting. Even the way they wrote it, this don't include biting. Eye gouging is still permitted, but you don't get paid.
That's
bro.
And I have this don't include biting, guys. By the way,
guys, biting is still cool. What the fuck, man? Biting.
That's fucking crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
Was like UFC like 1 and 2? When did the gloves come in?
Well, some guys started wearing gloves on their own, like Vitor Belfort at UFC 12.
What a beast!
Yeah, that was the first fight that I ever worked. Vitor was one of the first guys to show up with gloves on. He might have been the first. It was no. Tank Abbott was the first. I think Tank Abbott was the first guy to wear gloves because he realized that those little tiny gloves are only protecting his hands.
Right.
They're not really protect, especially when you hit as hard as Tank Abbott. And Tank Abbott just went out and flatlined people with those gloves on because you could really crack someone if you have your hands taped up nice and you have your wrists taped up nice and you have padding over your knuckles. You can really fucking crack someone.
Yeah.